I talk to first-time buyers every single week who tell me the same thing. I didn't think that I could afford to buy a home of my own. And I get it. It can feel very overwhelming, but here is the truth. Buying your first home in Las Vegas is way more possible than you think. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly how. Hi there. I'm Allison Hammonds, a Las Vegas realtor with Realty One Group and a longtime local. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know as a first-time buyer, how to get prepared, mistakes to avoid, programs that can help you, and what it's actually like to work with me. So let's dive in. So you're ready to start thinking about buying your first home, and that is absolutely amazing. But before you start scrolling Zillow at midnight, there are a few things that you need to have in place first. So first up, know your budget, and I don't just mean what you think you can afford. I mean actually sit down, look at your income, your expenses, your debts, and figure out what's realistic for you. A good rule of thumb is that your monthly housing payment, that's going to be your combined mortgage, taxes, insurance, and possible HOA, should be around 28% of your gross monthly income. But everyone's situation is very different. So this is where talking to a lender is going to come in. Now, second, get pre-approved, not just pre-qualified. There is a huge difference between the two. Pre-qualified is like a rough estimate based on what you tell the lender. Pre-approval means that the lender has actually sat down, looked at your finances, your credit, your income, your assets, and they are saying, yes, we will lend you this amount. Now, in this market, sellers do want to see that pre-approval letter with any offer submitted. It shows them that you're serious and that you're ready to move forward. Third, start saving for your down payment and closing costs. Now, here's where a lot of first-time buyers actually get stuck. They think they need this big down payment of 20% down, and that stops them right in their tracks. The reality is there are loan programs out there, FHA, VA if you're a veteran, conventional loans that let you put down as little as 3 to 3.5%. And I've had clients buy their first home with less than $10,000 out of pocket, so it is doable. Closing costs, those are usually another 2 to 3% of the purchase price. But here's the thing. In some cases, you can negotiate with the seller to help cover those costs. Or you can look into down payment assistance programs, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Now, finally, get your credit in order. You don't need perfect credit to buy a home, but the better your credit score, the better your interest rate is going to be. If your credit needs some work, talk to a lender early. They can give you a game plan to help improve it before you start shopping. So just to recap that, know your budget, get pre-approved, start saving, and check your credit. That is your main foundation. Now let's talk about some of the mistakes that I see first-time buyers make all the time. Because if you know what to avoid, you're already ahead of the game. Mistake number 1 is falling in love with a house before you're financially ready. And I get it. You see a beautiful home, you picture yourself living there, and suddenly you're emotionally attached. If you're not pre-approved yet, if you haven't saved for your down payment, you're really setting yourself up for disappointment, and we don't want that. Do the prep work first. Then let's go house shopping. Now, mistake number 2 is not budgeting for the full cost of home ownership. Your mortgage payment is just one piece of the puzzle. You've also got those property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA fees if you're looking in a community with those. You've got utilities and maintenance, and things break, so be prepared. Air conditioners go out, especially here in Vegas, always in the summertime. You need to have a little cushion for those unexpected expenses. And I always tell my buyers, if you're stretching to afford the absolute max of what you're pre-approved for, it might be worth looking at homes a little below that so you have some breathing room. That's okay. Now, mistake number 3 is skipping the home inspection. And I cannot stress this enough. Even if the house looks perfect, even if it's brand new construction, get an inspection. I've seen buyers try to save a few $100s and then end up with thousands of dollars in repairs they did not anticipate. It's not worth the risk. Now, a good inspection gives you peace of mind and helps you make a very informed decision. Mistake number 4, making big financial changes during the buying process. Now, once you're pre-approved and under contract, do not, and I mean do not, go out and finance a new car, open a bunch of credit cards, or quit your job. Lenders are checking your finances right up until closing day. Any big changes can mess up your approval. And I know it's exciting. I know you want to buy new furniture for your beautiful new house, but wait until after you close. Trust me on that one. Now, let's talk about something that can be a total game changer for first-time buyers, and that is down payment assistance. A lot of people don't even know that these exist, but there are programs right here in Nevada that can help you with your down payment and closing costs. Some of them are grants, meaning you don't have to pay them back. Others are low interest loans or forgivable loans if you stay in the home for a certain number of years. Now, I'm not a lender, so I can't get into all the specific details or tell you exactly which program you qualify for, but what I can tell you is this. These programs are designed to help people just like you as homeowners, and your lender will be able to walk you through what's available based on your income, your credit, and where you're buying. Some programs have specific qualifying criteria like income limits or property location requirements. If you're a first-time home buyer and you're worried about coming up with a big down payment, this is absolutely something that you need to ask your lender about. Now, I actually worked with a couple of clients last year who thought homeownership was completely out of reach, right? Very normal. They had good jobs, they had decent credit, but just didn't have a lot saved up for the down payment or closing costs. I connected them with a lender who helped them access a down payment assistance program that fit them. Within a few months, they were actually closing on their first home. Now, it was one of my favorite closings because seeing their faces when they got the keys and walked into their new home, and they were so relieved. That's what I love about this. There are options. You just have to know where to look and who to ask. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay, Allison, this all sounds great, but what is it actually like to work with you? Well, I've been in Vegas for 21 years. I've worked with a ton of first-time buyers, and here's what I want you to know. I've been where you are. I know what it's like to feel like you don't know what you don't know. I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed by the process. My job is to make this as smooth and as stress-free as possible for you. When you work with me, we start with just a conversation. I want to understand your goals, your timeline, your budget, your must-haves, your deal breakers. I want to know what's important to you, and then we create a plan together. I'm going to help you understand every step of the process, from getting pre-approved to finding the right home, to making an offer, to navigating inspections, everything in between, all the way up until closing day. I'm going to be in your corner the entire way. I'm going to answer your questions, even the ones that you think might sound silly, because trust me, there are no silly questions when you're buying your first home. I'm also going to be honest with you. If I think you're looking at a home that's overpriced or has red flags, I'm going to tell you. If I think we should wait for the right opportunity instead of rushing into something, I'm going to tell you that as well. My job is to protect you and help you make the best decision for your future. And here's the thing. I'm not just here for a transaction. I'm here for the relationship. A lot of my clients become friends. They refer their family and friends to me. They call me years later when they're ready to sell and buy their next home. That's the kind of real estate agent that I am. I care about you and I care about your success. Now, if you have questions or want to give me a little bit of information, I do have a pre-buyer prep questionnaire that I can send you. Just let me know. You can fill that out and send it my way. Or if you just want to jump on a call and talk through your situation, we can do that too, whatever works best for you. So if you're ready to start your journey to home ownership, I would love to help you. You can call or text me. My number is going to be at the end of this video. Or you can click the link to schedule your free consultation. And if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Las Vegas real estate tips and market updates. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to helping you make your next right move.